All right, so this is breaking right now. Kling 3.0 is officially on the way, and it is coming soon to Higgsfield. And honestly, this one has my full attention. We already know how strong Kling 2.6 is. I use it constantly. All of these cinematic clips you're seeing right now were generated with the Kling 2.6 model. That is exactly why this next version is so interesting. Because if they actually upgrade what is already working this well, we could be looking at a serious leap forward. I have been digging through blog posts, Reddit threads, and early signals from Higgsfield, and while nothing is officially live yet, the pattern is pretty clear. Kling 3.0 is being positioned as way more than a small update. It feels like they are aiming straight at creators who want production-level results instead of short experimental clips. So let me show you where a lot of this speculation is coming from. On the Higgsfield blog, they're already talking about longer clips, better consistency, and a more unified workflow. And when multiple creators start highlighting the same themes, that is usually not random. That is usually the direction the model is heading. The first thing that immediately jumps out is resolution. People are expecting native 4K output with higher frame rates. Right now, Kling 2.6 and most major generators cap at 1080p, so if Kling 3.0 actually pushes into 4K, that is massive. Sharper visuals, smoother motion, and content that looks way closer to something you would deliver professionally rather than just post as a demo. Another big one is inpainting and AI video editing baked deeper into the workflow. Being able to tweak characters, swap elements inside a scene, fix mistakes, or add effects without regenerating everything from scratch is huge. Combine that with higher resolution, and you suddenly have a system that feels much closer to an editing suite instead of a one-click generator. Physics and character interaction is another area everyone keeps talking about. And honestly, this is one of the most important upgrades if they pull it off. Kling 2.6 already looks great, but you still get moments where movement feels stiff or hands do weird things. If Kling 3.0 smooths that out with better contact, motion object handling, and cloth simulation, that is a quiet but extremely powerful improvement, especially for cinematic scenes and VFX-heavy shots. Now, this next rumor is honestly wild. Right now, Kling 2.6 typically generates up to about 10 seconds, which is solid for quick scenes, but in the wider AI race, that bar keeps moving. OpenAI's Sora 2 is already pushing 25-second clips, so if Kling wants to stay dominant in the social media and cinematic creator space, it would make sense for Kling 3.0 to raise the standard generation window to something closer to 30 or even 60 seconds. And that would completely change how you build scenes. No more stitching together tiny segments and hoping continuity holds. You could actually plan longer sequences and tell real visual stories inside a single generation. If that becomes reality, that is not just an upgrade. That is a straight-up game changer. They are also talking about improved audio quality, director memory, and even storyboard-style prompting, where you can outline an entire sequence and let the model generate it shot by shot. That is exactly what creators have been asking for. Better continuity, better pacing, and less manual fixing between scenes. And one upgrade I am personally watching very closely is motion control. Kling 2.6 already went viral because of how good it is at transferring movement from reference videos. If Kling 3.0 pushes that even further with smoother tracking and more cinematic camera motion, that alone could make this one of the strongest AI video tools on the market. Now, while we wait for Kling 3.0 inside Higgsfield AI, let me quickly remind you why people are so hyped in the first place. Higgsfield has quietly become one of the fastest-growing Gen AI platforms because they are obsessed with making tools that actually work for creators, not just flashy demos. They pull together the latest image and video generation models into one place so you can experiment, build, and ship content without jumping between 5 different platforms. That is exactly why so many people are watching what they do next. Inside Higgsfield right now, you can already use Kling 2.6. Just head to the video section, select Kling 2.6, and upload an image. For this example, I am using a portrait of Morgan Freeman that I generated inside the same platform with Nano Banana Pro. Then you drop in a motion prompt, make sure native audio is turned on since Kling 2.6 already supports that, choose your duration at around 10 seconds, and hit generate. And the results honestly feel crazy.
Sometimes progress doesn't arrive with noise, it arrives with quiet determination, one deliberate step at a time.
The lip sync, the facial animation, the subtle camera movement, in some cases it already looks like a scene pulled straight from a movie. And that is the baseline right now. So when people say Kling 3.0 is supposed to improve on top of this, that is exactly where all the excitement is coming from. You can also experiment with video editing. For example, I can upload this clip of a happy family taking a walk and then prompt the system to add snow to the scene. I switch over to the Kling 01 video edit mode, leave the resolution at 1080p, and generate. Instead of reshooting or recreating everything from scratch, it lets you transform existing footage in seconds, which is a massive time saver.
Look at that! The sun is setting beautifully.
Yes, it's the perfect evening for a walk.
There is also motion control, which lets you guide body movement and facial expressions of your AI character. And that part is important because it means when Kling 3.0 finally launches, you are not starting from zero. You already understand the ecosystem. You already know how these tools behave. You just unlock the next generation of quality and control. It feels like Kling is moving toward full production. Grade AI filmmaking, longer stable clips, higher resolution, smarter scene memory, better physics, and a workflow that does not constantly force you to regenerate everything when one thing breaks. Nothing here is officially finalized yet. These are leaks, public signals, and creator speculation. But when the same upgrades keep appearing across blogs, Reddit threads, and official teasers, that usually means something big is coming. If you want to be early on this, definitely check the waitlist links in the description and pinned comment because once Kling 3.0 goes live, everybody in the AI video space is going to rush to test it at the same time. And I want to know from you, what is the one feature you are hoping Kling 3.0 delivers most? 4K output, longer clips, motion control, or better physics? Drop it in the comments, and as soon as this model launches, I will be doing full real-world tests right here.